Alright guys, we are back, and some of the Frostborn pro players had some ideas that can help balance the game, and so we're going to work on that. I'm also trying to kill mages in this zone, and trying to get some PvP, hopefully do a little bit better than my last episode. Was really bad in the PvP. And I want to be honest, work has been killing me lately. And I'm doing the fox because I got a fox from this season. And it's kind of cool. I like having the fox. It's kind of nice to be able to move around and not worry about people finding you or seeing you. You see them, but they don't see you. It's kind of fun. I guess a lot of you already have foxes, and so it's not really special news to you guys. But to me, it's kind of new. So it's been kind of fun. Alright, need some mages. There's another mage. Gotta kill 20 of these guys. It's like a long one. Ah! That was not good. I almost got dismounted. I'm telling you guys, my brain, I'm so tired. So this week is move-in at UTSA. The college that I work at. I work for a nonprofit that helps college students, and it's move-in week, and so our organization goes out and helps all the college students move in. And so the other day I carried a mini fridge up 3 flights of stairs, and I'm gonna be honest, I started out a little bit trying to show off because I've been working out a lot, and the fact that I could carry this mini fridge by myself up 3 flights of stairs was really a show-off thing. I think there might be a person here, but I don't really have. I'm just gonna do this. I mean, I saw a red thing. Y'all saw that too, right? Whatever. Alright. Well, I'm killing a ton of sorcerers. I'm getting a bunch of these points. I almost have a full day's worth of points. And I'm waiting for the pros to get on to give me their idea. But hopefully their idea won't take that long, so it's fine. We'll hopefully get some PvP in here. Oh my gosh. Ah. Well, here we go. Not ready for this. Oh, man. Ooh, man. That was... No! He got me. Wow, look at that. What is going to happen here? Am I going to live? Did I juke him out? No! Gosh. Alright, I'm healed up. We got a fight going on. Ooh, he got his taunt in. I think I'm ready to fight him now. I really want to switch my animal, though, to something that gives me... Ooh, not good, not good. Okay, now I get that extra 7% damage. I don't have Berserk Potions. I don't even have Primrose or Mushroom Soup. So, and I don't have traps. So this could go poorly. Was he in there? Oh my gosh. Wow. What? Why didn't that work? This is not working at all. Okay, I bullet him. Bro. Did that not work? What is going on? I cannot figure out what's going on. Ah. I can't select him. I can't. This just isn't working. I can't select him. It was kind of funny though. I kind of want to. I can't do it. I run out of bandages. This is dumb. Alright, I gotta go. I ran out of bandages. I ran out of food. That was kind of fun. Oh, hold on. Here's. Hey, Toast. Sorry, I got distracted by some PvP, and it was kind of funny. I didn't kill the guy, but.
What'd you fight? What class?
It was a protector, or no, it was a duelist with a Nord sword and shield. Wait, no, he started out as a protector, and then he switched to duelist, but kept his Nord sword and shield. So, it was basically he got me down. He did a taunt reflect, or I don't know if it was a taunt reflect or not. Yeah, it was a taunt reflect. Got me almost dead. Got away with my. I was illusionist. Barely got away. Healed up. Really, I kept running away. He would kind of almost kill me, and I kept getting away. But the only time that I kind of got him down was because he got a bunch of mobs up. But there was weird stuff going on. Like I couldn't target him, or the one time I was going to try to kill him, my bola, I guess I had just barely popped. Do you ever do this where they're in range, you see them at the top of your screen, you click bola, and I guess right as you click it, you're out of range, but by the time you look back up,
yeah,
you're back in range?
Cancels your bola.
Yes. Hold on, you're pretty quiet. Let me turn you up.
Yeah, I've actually had that happen.
Yeah, so anyways, that was my one chance that I could have tried to kill him. And then another time I did hammer him, and he had a bunch of mobs on him, and I maybe should have gone for it, but by that point I had run out of like bandages and food items, so I decided to just
at that point it's best to just zone out. You know, it's either die needlessly or come back and try again, you know.
Yep, that's right. So I'm also weirdly out of mushroom soup and primrose. Do you ever run out of that stuff, or you're just making it all the time?
I actually, as I'm in zones, I run zones a lot, and they're all over the ground. I just pick them up as I fight. Like,
yeah, that's what
while I'm waiting for other people, they're all over the ground, and then I'll cook them myself.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's what I need to do. I just haven't really been focusing on it. So.
And the primrose soup isn't as important. Really, just go for the mushrooms, because the primrose only gives you 3 armor, whereas the mushroom gives you 10% damage. It's quite a big difference.
That's huge. That's a big difference for sure.
So if anything, just go for the mushrooms. It makes it easier.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so you have an idea on how to. So I'm already recording. You have an idea on how to balance one aspect of Frostborn. That's something I talk about a lot on my channel, is balancing Frostborn, but I don't play as much as you guys, and I love having you guys on. And so you had an idea. You've been talking to some of your other pro friends. What's the idea?
Yeah, so I was actually just talking to them before me and you started voice chatting. So I have I don't truly believe that they're going to put it into the game, but I really hope they would. Something along the lines of trading runes. Right now, as it is, there's no way to get runes. My Thrasher has 17 runes in it. And I watch the ads, I open the bags, I do seasons, I do everything. And I have a whopping 1% damage to player. You know? So,
yeah. And are you free to play?
Yeah, pretty much. For the most part, I am.
So runes, at least runes wise, you're free to play.
Yes, 100%. I've never bought a rune.
Yeah. So I've bought a couple runes, and it is not nearly enough. And right now I'm getting some in the runes from seasons, but I'm talking about, it's crazy how you can spend, it feels like a ton of money on runes and not get hardly anything. Like here we go, I'll show the runes. Now I don't watch the ads at all. I've watched like 2 of them just because my time is more valuable. But like
you watch a whole ad and you don't even get 1 rune from it.
Exactly. So I'm like, this is sad. But if you buy them, let's say, okay, I'm going to just buy 500. Oh, I don't even have enough money. Never mind. So I'm not going to buy any. Like, they're not even discounted. So I guess I could just buy a smaller amount. All right, we're going to buy a smaller amount. And we're going to open. If you open it, you can get, like that 1 pack just gave me, actually, that was only like 2 rune bags. But then every once in a while you get one of these, this golden legendary bag, and it's 3 runes. But still, you're spending a lot of money for just a few runes. And in this case, I'm actually not getting to pick what class it goes to.
That was one of the other ideas we were bouncing around. Whether you can trade runes, like, and you can put whatever stipulation you want on it, where you can only trade level 1 runes. Once you fuse it, it becomes personal, or you can only trade runes to a different class, even not to different people, but to a different class, even if you pay gold, or however you want to do that. Just any way to transfer runes player to player or class to class, any way. It would lower the gap between pay to wins and free to plays, because now free to plays can trade and get these things.
Yep.
That, or when let's say you have 200 shards in your inbox, you pull them all out. You craft 20 bags. If you could put that into one specific class, let's say I go straight Thrasher. Yeah. It's not gonna be overpowered because I'm not gonna get the runes I want, but I still have a chance to. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I know what you mean.
And instead of on the current model of it taking 10 years to catch up to pay to wins, it would take me a year. You know what I mean? Or there's a path. You know what I mean?
There's a path, which is really what it gets down to, is your main thing. Hold on, you do 1%. Okay, yeah. You get one. There's a way that people can say, I can do this. I may have to work hard at it. And honestly, I feel like this is a win for the pay to win as well, because then they can buy runes and trade it. Kind of like
that's what we're saying, is you could just, it wouldn't lose them any money. People aren't just going to stop buying runes.
Well, they would do more, because they already do that with metal rooms. Metal rooms are bought, stone rooms are bought just to trade the maple to free to play players. And I see a lot of pay to win players saying, hey, I'll give you 100 maple for 1,000 planks. It's not that they can't go get wood. They just are like, I'd rather spend money. It's convenient. So Kafir is making more money off stone rooms for people that don't even care about stone rooms. They're not even using the resources. They're just trading it to other people for stuff that they just don't want to work for.
Exactly. And that's just another avenue to do that. And free to plays now have something to work towards. You know what I mean? I can go run Odin's, get Loki runes, trade them to pay to wins, because that's what they do. They want Lokis now. They're, whatever that is, that instant satisfaction.
Yep. No, I think you're right. And so here's the biggest, I think that Kafir surprises us often on what they're willing to do, what they're willing to add to the game. But this is one thing that they have been very stubborn about. They have not actually created any type of trading system or functional trading system. They have the trading post, but that's weird because you do that in the middle of a raid, which doesn't really work very well. So we trade in zones, in green zones, which they haven't completely shut down, which is nice.
Right.
But it's weird, and so I don't know. I think it would be smart for them to do it, and I would not be like, Kefir surprised me enough that they'll add some things that we asked for a long time. But they usually try to add it their own way. I don't know if they're worried about some kind of copyright, something. I don't know. It feels like we make these suggestions and they're like, they hear it and they're like, can we think of a way to give them what they want? That's our way of doing it.
Honestly, I feel like at this point, there's just such a huge gap, like just a massive gap, that anything along the lines of what we're talking about would be a massive leap forward. It's just you add 2 shards to the ad and then add an actual advertisement on it. That's
Yeah.
slap to the face. There's no better way to put that.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree. And that's part of the reason I don't ever do the free advertisement, because it's so little runes, and I think I will go spend my time making money and I'll buy it. But they do make money off those ads, so I'm not sure why they're not motivating. Even if it's not much, it's still something. And so getting a bunch of people, and not only that, but it's people that would never spend money. A lot of the people that watch those ads are people that they're not going to get money from them somewhere else. Like, they don't have a job. They're not going to be able to go get a job. And so motivating people to do that is definitely a good option. How much would you say the runed out players, because no one is truly runed out, right? Like level 5.
Yes, I have been 2-tapped with a boss helmet on.
You've been 2-tapped by what class?
Assassin. And I've also been 3-tapped by an illusionist recently, when I was hunter with a boss helmet on. So I had a lot of HP and I had a helm on, and I literally got 3-tapped.
Wow.
So there are, trust me, I know of players right now that are sitting at 35% plus % damage on their rune port.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to see what I'm at.
You can only imagine.
So my best one is my duelist. And so I'm going to look at my numbers. I've got 0.5% extra weapon damage and 2.25% damage to players.
And one thing
and that's one I've spent money on. That's the one I've spent the money on.
Yeah, and one thing you strive for as a free-to-play player is to get % damage on a mount. For example, I only have a 14% mount. I don't have a 21% mount damage. Yeah. But even that, you got to think 21%. That's still not 35% plus. You know?
Totally. Yeah, and on my illusionist, I only have 7%.
Right.
In fact, I don't have a single mount that is more than 7%, unless I'm. Yeah, actually, I had one that for when I had one that had support staff and combat staff, and so if I used like a Reaper staff, I could get the 14%, but that's kind of hard to make that work. And I lost it, so I don't even have that anymore. So
the better ones are the % damage to players and % damage in forest and rock, because it works for any class.
Yeah. And I don't even have a single one of those on this account, which is the main account I use.
So it's just a whole nother layer that makes it difficult, because the pay to wins, not only do they have a fully stacked rune board, they're also have very good mounts, and it widens the gap to where it's possible to get 3-shot, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so the trading runes is one idea, and I love the idea, basically making some way for pay-to-win players to buy the runes and then trade them for other resources, so that it just trickles more of it into the free-to-play community, allowing them to work harder, be basically their minions for them, to then not be pwned by them in PvP. So that's one option. What's the other one?
The other one was basically of the rune shards you can put into a very specific class, where I can choose all of these go into Thrasher.
Yes, I agree. I think the rune shards should not only be not personal, and it makes no sense for them to be personal, and because you can apply them right away. You can make rune bags personal if you want, or they already made rune bags personal. And then I think that I think the way they should do it is as you craft them, maybe you make a workbench, you just select the class that you want it to be, and your workbench is making them into a class, into that specific class. Because then, I agree, it makes it to where you at least have a chance at working your way towards there. Whereas right now, them just being spread everywhere, it's like, it's just.
And the thing is it's not going to make it overpowered for the free-to-play community, because let's say I don't spend a dime, I still have to trade a massive amount of stuff just to get a decent rune board. And we were also talking, if you can trade runes, you'd see a lot more like people min-maxing. Like for example, there's an assassin going around, and we're pretty sure he has the percent chance to hit a critical strike, because he'll just be hitting normal damage and then out of nowhere just hit like 3 times as much.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we're pretty sure he's pretty stacked on runes for that. And as a lot of different builds will come out, because for a protector, I can just trade all for HP runes and just have super
that'd be fun.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think, having the runes, since they're all the same rune, not even attach them to a class. Basically, I could take all of the runes that I have right now. Even if I took all the runes I have on all my classes and combined them, I would not even compare to those guys that you're talking about.
Or how about you pay silver, like 25 silver, to transfer this damaged shaman room to my Thrasher, even something like that.
Yeah, there we go. And
the free to play can still do that.
Yeah, you spend a little bit of silver to switch it over, switch your stuff over. But even then, the different classes counter each other, and so the free to play player is still going to be disadvantaged over the pay to win player. Now, I do understand that last suggestion we made could hurt Kafir and how much money they're making, because it would make it to where people didn't need to spend as much to rune out their people.
That's true. That's true.
So I understand they may not want to make that change, but the other ones we made, I think, will make them even more money. So
along the lines of anything, it's just it's very unfair the way it is now. And that actually leads me to my next point. The rune hammers, they're not good. Simply put, nobody uses them. The only person that uses them is the person that doesn't understand them and think he runs out into the zone, rune hammers one of us, we laugh at them and kill them. Like, literally laugh at them and kill them. Like, and not to be mean, but it's.
Yeah, I've never used it because a lot of times I don't even realize that I'm getting in a fight with someone who is so out-runed me until it's over, right? I mean, they're like, it's over, so I don't have rune hammers on me. And then I think I could go grab a rune hammer and go try to fight them again, but they just slaughtered me. And I don't know if this is even going to do anything. And I have 12 seconds to kill them. It's a cool idea. And honestly, I have the devs said, hey, give us feedback. So I guess this is the time we're giving them feedback.
Yes, we're all talking about it. And so there's 3 main aspects about the rune hammer that make it not viable right now.
All right.
There's only one instance I could see actually using it right now. I'll get back to that, but the three things is it's only a 0.5 second stun. A regular hammer is 2 seconds, so it's quite a big difference.
Yeah.
There's not really much you can do in half a second, right?
Yeah. It
So
can disrupt a skill, but it's also your item.
right,
That you know.
right. And so about that, that's your item. When you throw a rune hammer, there's a 25-second cooldown, including your regular hammer. So if you
it puts
throw
your
that,
it puts your
yes,
regular hammer on a 25-second cooldown.
yes, it does.
Does it put a bola on a 25-second cooldown?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna check it right now.
I'll go throw one. I'll go do it right now. But
I'm gonna beat you to it. Oh, it puts my bola on a 25-second cooldown too.
So hear me out.
My gosh.
You rune hammer somebody. They run for 12 seconds. After that 12 seconds, there's now 13 seconds. You don't have a stun. He does, and he has his runes back.
Wow. Okay. Wow. This is huge. This is good feedback for the devs.
So, it's if we were talking the best, in my opinion, the best change possible would be a separate cooldown to where I can regular hammer you and then rune hammer you immediately after.
Yep.
It would make it viable, and it's only 12 seconds. It's only 12 seconds, so it's not like remove the stun completely. It doesn't need a stun. If you're using your regular hammer like that.
I mean, I think it's not gonna hurt to keep the. I mean,
right. I was just saying. It's
yeah. I see what
you know
you're
what
saying.
I mean.
If they're like, well, I'm not gonna do that because it has a stun, then take out the stun.
Right.
But I would say that they could make it to where it keeps the 0.5 second stun. It adds the I would even maybe make it do some damage. I don't know. Or just make it more than 12 seconds. Make it 30 seconds.
That was the third point, is that it's only 12 seconds. And I don't know, I feel like 30 might be a little too long because they paid for these runes, and I'm pretty sure you can dispel one. We haven't tested it yet. But I mean, even just 20 seconds, it makes a difference. Or even the 25 seconds, honestly, that the cooldown is. Yeah, something like it's just all three of those points together. There's no use for it in the game. I figured the only way I would use it is 4v4. I'm a protector, and my friend has a runed out protector. So I would rune hammer him in a melt the tank strategy.
Yeah.
So he's less health. That's like because I'm a protector, I don't need stun for the next 25 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's like the only use I could actually find for.
And it wouldn't put your reflect on cooldown. No, that's a great point. Yeah, that's a great point. So, yeah. So, okay. Well, then I think you're onto something. Putting it on its own cooldown and increasing its duration would make it viable. I personally think they should keep the 0.5 second stun or make it a 0.1 second. The point is all its purpose. All the benefit of that is that you have a chance of disrupting a skill if they're actively using it.
I get that. And
I like that. I think that you should have that because otherwise, like if you runehammer someone like me, it's gonna, a lot of people don't have time to know if someone is actually runed out or not. So if they runehammered me or you, they'd be like, that didn't do anything. So at least make them disrupt their skill, and make them stutter step or something. And then make it its own cooldown so that it's not messing up your bolas or your stun hammers. Then I think a lot of people would use it. Honestly, if all they did was detach it from the cooldown of the bola and the hammer, I think people would use it because that's at least you have another skill. At least you have two items you can use at the same time.
Right.
So, okay. Well, I think that's great. I'm gonna, make sure the devs get this video and these ideas. I don't know. Obviously, trading is something that they've kind of been very, close-handed on. They're not haven't revealed why they don't add the trading stuff that we request, but this other stuff like the Rune Hammer, they've asked for our feedback, and so I definitely could see them making these changes for sure.
As of now, there's just thousands and thousands of them sitting around in bases being unused. There's no point in them.
Well, I'm surprised there's thousands because, I mean, honestly, there's not that many in the game yet. I mean, it's just this season.
I beg to differ. I have like 60 of them. I know Ruckus has over 100 of them. Like, I know just in our community we have over 1,000.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought you were meaning thousands in each base.
No, sorry.
No way.
I meant just like together, you know, there's just a massive amount of them just sitting around.
Yeah, it's true. No one's using them. I just used my first one, not in the OBT, and it was very well used to figure out the cooldown thing, but not to actually use it on someone because that would not be a good use as of yet. So
it harms you more than it helps you at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'll make sure to, you know, after I think the devs watch a lot of my videos, but I'll make sure to ping them as well and say, hey, this has some really good ideas in it. And devs, please,
for your time.
Please watch this. Please listen to the comments. Subscribers, make the comments that you guys have. If you have other ideas that can kind of go with this or you know, nuance it, put it in the comments so that the devs can see that, because you know they've asked for our feedback on the Rune Hammer, and you know if we can think of good ideas like what Toast came up with on runes being tradable, that can be a win-win for both players, pay to win, free to play, and the devs. Anytime we can find something that works for all three of the parties involved, then we can just make Frostborn better and better. All right, guys. See you next time.